Welcome, Stitchy friends, to Flosstube number 52, right? Yes. It is Wednesday, September 21st, 2022. I just looked at this. You would think that I would remember. My name is Tracy, and I am OG Stitchery here on YouTube and on Instagram. And welcome to my Flosstube. Thanks so much for clicking play. Definitely appreciate the fact that you are spending some time with me, and I hope you enjoy what you see. All right. I do have a few new subscribers, so I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for clicking subscribe. It is much appreciated. And also I want to say thank you to the returning viewers. Hi, friends. Welcome back. Also, thank you so much to the commenters. I haven't really been mentioning them lately, but I definitely want to say thanks. It really means a lot to me that you take the time to comment on the videos and at least start a dialogue between the two of us. So it's much appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into it. I think I have a lot to tell you, to talk about. So let's just dive in. Acquisitions. I did not visit a needle workshop yet. That is coming soon. So stay tuned for that. But I did go to the mailbox and I picked up my fabric of the month. So this is Fabric of the Month by Jody, or with Jody, of Still City Stitchers. So there is a blue and a red. Really pretty colors. So that was nice. And then, excuse me, yesterday I was watching some Flosstubers. Don't remember who. Maybe it was Janet of Janet Jabber, because I watch her and I like her a lot. But it could have been someone else, but I don't remember. Anyway, they mentioned that they just received their magazine, their issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. And they showed just the cover of it, and it's the autumn issue. And just by the cover, I had to go out and get it. So I ran to Barnes & Noble's and I picked up my issue because I don't have a subscription, but that's fine. This magazine is absolutely fantastic. I went through it yesterday. I didn't tag anything because essentially all of the cross stitch pieces I love, and I'm probably going to do at some point in my life. Maybe. But anyway, yeah. So worth it. It's wonderful if you love Halloween, if you love autumn, if you love the fall. It's got some great charts in here. Really great charts. So, yeah. That was a lot of fun. And that also pertains to upcoming plans, or that will play into what I'm going to be doing next month. But I'll get to that in a minute. All right, so the next segment is whips. What have I been stitching on this week? I started out with a new start. Shocker. I started Oodles of Winter by Bed Creek. It is so cute, and although it is a bit, I don't want to say stitch heavy, but it's not a quick stitch for me for some reason. It's not quick stitching quickly. Anyway, here is my start. I have been working on this for a few days, so this is not just one day, but I am stitching this on 18 count what is called Dirty Ada by Zweigart. And I think it's beautiful. I think the colors are really looking good on there. I'm trying to do all of the white, but I think I'm gonna run into, I want to do the vest on the snowman, but so I think it's just really cute, and it's gonna be fun. All right, the next one, or the next two, actually are part of my WIPGO goals for September. So each of these I need to spend 5 days on. The first one is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and this is by Carriage House Samplings. Here is the chart. What I'm doing actually is, normally this is stitched as one full chart, but I am doing them as individual blocks. So, and I'm going to make a collage on the wall of probably just flat pieces with maybe some like decorative trim around the edge, but not framed. I don't think I'm going to do them framed. So anyway, here is my progress. I started this last month, I do believe, and so I'll have a picture of what it looked like last month, or the last time I worked on it, last time I showed you, and there's my progress now. This is a specially made grime guard that my friend Kelly made. Has my name on it, and it is obviously Haunted Mansion fabric. I love this. So there's my progress. And the next one is a SAL that I am doing with Chris of the BosStitchers and my friend Kristen of our Stitchy group on Saturdays, twice a month. We started this last October the 1st as a stitch along. I have been very lax in this. I have not worked on it a lot. Kristen, who did a beautiful color conversion, is finished. She completed it a couple of weeks ago because she was smart and used this as her dark 13 stitching, which would have been perfect if I had thought of it. I didn't, obviously. What I'm talking about is Last Stitch Cemetery by Hindsight. I love this chart. And I'm stitching this on 18 count Ada that I hand dyed. And I think I have a picture of what it looked like before. And here's my progress. So there we go. So I think I have 2 more days on both of these, the Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow and Last Stitch, to complete my goal for the month for WIPGO. And then I need to work on Wary Approach. I need to get that out and work and do 5 days on that. All right, those are my whips, and so that brings me to finishes and FFOs. And boy, do I have a treat for you. Now, I think I alluded to this last week in my video because I knew that I was getting a package from Keepsakes. And it came in. Yay! And that was kind of fake, wasn't it? Yay! Anyway, I'm excited. I'm really happy. I'm thrilled, just beyond words. Anyway, in the package, there were 4 finished products, or finished objects. Let me start over. Finished projects that I dropped off when I went to StitchCon in June. And I wanted them to professionally finish them. And they did. And I love them so much. All right, so without further ado, here are my FFOs. Ta-da! How beautiful is this? It is a flat fold, so kind of folds up like that. But then you open it up and it just sits on the shelf. So this is Gloria in Excelsis by Erica Michaels. And this is stitched on 28 count, I think 28 count linen, white linen. My first and last on linen, probably not. But anyway, there is my finish, and I think it's just beautiful. I love the way they did it, and I love the fabric. It's just a red and cream, red and beige gingham kind of check. Anyway, that's it. And I just love it. I think it's just beautiful. Turned out great. And yeah. All right. So my next one is a piece that was found in the October or the Halloween issue of Just Cross Stitch Magazine 2021 or 2020. No, I think it was 2020. And yes, Chris, it is a creature that I actually stitched. But I don't, whenever I look at this piece, I don't see that. I don't look at that. I just look at the 31 October. So here is my FFO. I think this is probably my one and only creature that I stitched, or that I will stitch. I'm going to do that again. Although it's okay because I think I don't mind it because it's not black. It is stitched white on black fabric. And so that's why I think I whenever I look at it, I don't really see it. I mean, I know what it is, obviously, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it as long as I don't look at it too long. But anyway, they put this on a frame, probably got from like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something like that. But I love the outline. I mean, it's perfect for this piece, and it's wonderful. And on the back, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. It's just polka dot paper. It's just black on black or gray on black polka dot paper. Anyway, that's it. And I love it. I don't remember who the chart is by, but I know that it was found in Just Cross Stitch Magazine Halloween issue. Now this next one. This next one is on a tree. Obviously you can see the tree. The tree is just a little plywood piece that I picked up at the dollar store. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, whichever one, you just pick one. And I originally thought, I mean, it was in the Christmas section. So I originally thought, well, you know, do something on Christmas. But then I was like, nope. That's what you would normally think. Bam! So I provided the backing for them. I didn't trust myself in cutting this and gluing this in this shape. So I wanted someone professionally to do this for me. And it's just absolutely wonderful. So this chart is called Spooky Spruce, and it's by Carolyn Manning. And it is stitched on 18 count. I don't know, fiddler's cloth. No, it's not fiddler's cloth. It's, I don't know, it's a beige color. I don't remember. But anyway, I think it's just absolutely cute. And got a little hanger of jute, twine, whatever. And it's just wonderful. And with the little star at the top, and I think it's just perfect. Came out just wonderful with the green trim. And the trim is like this very thin chenille, like fuzzy trim. And it's just wonderful. I love it. I love it so much. It's wonderful. And I can't wait to put it on the wall. Now that I've showed you, it's going on the wall. I love it. All right, now this fourth piece. It is massive. It's thick. It's heavy. It's probably like butcher block, kind of. But it's absolutely wonderful. This is probably the second piece, maybe second or third piece that I started stitching when I came back to stitching in 2020 or 2019. Oh, it says 2020. And what I'm talking about is, this is Happy Halloween by, I believe it's HM, shoot, I don't remember. I'll get the information to you and post it in the description down below. So, look at that. What? Oh, it's just beautiful. So I stitched this on white Aida. I think it was 14 count white Aida. So all of this is stitched. This is a full coverage piece. And so they cut it right to the edge of the stitching because I didn't give them a lot of room, honestly. But I think it's just beautiful. It's just so great. It's wonderful. I love it. It's on two pieces of foam board, actually 3, and this is puffy, so it's probably used batting or something like that. And then the black rickrack, it's just wonderful. Look at that. I love it. I love it so much. Now I can hang this up on my wall. It's going to go right there. You know it. I love it so much. So when I got those, it inspired me to do a couple of finishes on my own. Now, you will recall these if you're a returning viewer. I finished these a little while ago, not too long ago, and I went to Target and I saw these little paddles kind of thing. They were in the end of summer, probably the beginning of August, and they were for $1. And so I thought they were cute, so I finished 2 pieces. So this is Fireburn or Cauldron Bubble. This was a freebie chart in the Facebook group Halloween Project Challenge by Anna. I'll put a link down below. I'll put a link down below in the descriptions of where you can get this chart. But anyway, isn't that cute? So I did a little messy bow, and I glued it on cardboard, comic book cardboard with batting, just to make it a little puffy. And there we go. So cute. And the next one is If the Shoe Fits. And I don't remember who it's by. Anyway, I did the same thing. It's on the little wooden paddle kind of piece. And here's my stitch, my FFO. So I used, this is pipe cleaner. I used a black trim. It's fuzzy. And then I just used orange twine, jute kind of, with a little charm. The charm says it's the season of the witch, because it's a witch shoe. And I thought it was just cute. And I used just some fabric from Joann's. So there we go. Yay! So those are my personal 2 finishes, along with the 4 finishes from Keepsakes. So 4, 5, 6. I had 6 FFOs this week. That's pretty good. All right, so that brings me, oh, I forgot. I had 1 finish, not an FFO, this week. And this was one of my WIPCO goals for the month. And this is part of Dark Shadows. It's by Sue Hillis. And I stitched up Trick or Treat. I finished it on 18 count Phoenix by BosStitch Me. And there we go. Can't really tell the fabric. The fabric is very vibrant, but because it's yellow and red and orange. But there's my finish. Thought it was really cute. I'm gonna make it into a little ornament, probably for my tree or a smalls exchange. I don't know. We'll see. But there we go. All right, now I'm done with the finishes and the FFOs. And that brings me to plans. So I'm going to continue with WIPCO September. Work 2 more days on those 2 pieces and then pick up the Wary Approach. Work 5 days on that. And I'm going to continue with Oodles of Winter because I just like it. And then I'm going to also get ready for October Start-A-Ton. So a couple of weeks ago I had mentioned that I was going to be doing something called the 13 Days of Halloween. That has fallen to the wayside. I still have the song. I wrote it down here. So on the first day of Halloween, my nightmare showed to me a hooting owl in an old oak tree. And then I have 12 other prompts. But I'm going to probably save that for next year, maybe. We'll see. Or it just might be forgotten about and never mentioned again. So, anyway, October Start-A-Ton. This little board was inspired by Brenda of Handworkmaniac. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this very well. Not really. I'll bring this out next week as well. Once we get, because next week will be a couple of days before October 1st. Anyway, so last year I did October Start-A-Ton where I did 31 new starts in October. So each day I had a new start. And actually on the first, I had 2 new starts because I started the collectors with Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs and a few other people who had started it. And so I had the chart and I wanted to start it, so I started it on the first. I also started Last Stitch Cemetery, like I said, as a SAL with Chris and Kristen. And I'm not sure if anyone else joined in. If they did, they don't stand out, and I don't remember. I think it was just the 3 of us. Anyway, all these little pictures represent the charts that I started on that particular day. And what I will be doing in the month of October, each day, I will be checking to see if I finished that particular chart. Like, for example, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on the 5th, I started Witchy Kitty. I know I finished that. So what I will do is I will remove this piece and I will have a new start on that day. And I've decided, because I have the magazine of Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue, as well as the Punch, Needle, and Primitive Stitcher magazine autumn issue, all of my new starts in October are going to be from those two magazines. So that's going to be fun. So anyway, thank you so much, Brenda, for your inspiration of doing this board. I think it's going to be really fun. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I am getting 2 Advent style boxes, I guess you could say, from the Black Needle Society. If you are familiar, or if you're a returning viewer from last year, you'll know that I did something called Flossoween, where I opened up a present, a gift, a treat each day. I will not be doing that this year. I'm just going to, when I get the boxes, I'll open them up and probably tell you about them, but that's it. So anyway, I think that's it. I also wanted to mention I am just now beginning to start thinking about 2023 and what I'm going to be stitching. I know that I am going to be lowering my WhipGo board down to 1 board. I am going to continue with it because I like the props, but I am not doing 2 boards next year. I'm only doing 1 board, and there we go. I also want to try and get better at working on a focus piece. And I'm hoping that by getting rid of 1 board of WhipGo, then that will open up a little bit more free time so I can pick a piece that I want to focus on. Of course, I still want to do all of the challenges. I still have that deck of cards where I can personally pull my own challenge and do it for the week. So we'll see. And I think that's it. All right. So you know what's coming up next. Stay tuned. This just in, but not really, because, you know, this is history. The week of September 19th through September 25th. September 19th, 1995, the Unabomber's manifesto was published, which led to his capture. 1994, ER debuted on NBC. 1991, German tourists discovered a mummified body that was eventually determined to date from 3300 BC, later to be known as the Iceman. In 1970, the Mary Tyler Moore Show debuted. Now, this was a groundbreaking show due to the title character being single, independent, and a successful working woman. Prior to this, most women in shows were secondary, were women, or shown in a subservient role to the title character, which was male. In 1957, Nevada becomes the site of the first ever underground nuclear explosion. In 1893, New Zealand becomes the first country to grant women the vote. And in 1796, George Washington's farewell address was published. And in it, he implored his country to maintain neutrality and avoid entangling alliances with Europe. How well did that go? On September 20th, 2011, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was officially ended. Or just done, yeah. In 1988, Greg Louganis wins gold in diving after nearly knocking himself unconscious during the qualifying round. In 1973, Billie Jean King beats Bobby Riggs in a highly publicized Battle of the Sexes tennis match. And in 1886, Johannesburg, South Africa was founded. In 1870, Rome was incorporated into the Kingdom of Italy, as well as the beginnings of Vatican City. In 1519, Magellan departed Spain on a quest to circumnavigate the globe. Unfortunately, he died during the voyage, but the expedition achieved its goal. And on September 21st, 2001, the U.S. Dow Jones recorded the largest weekly loss since the Great Depression at 14.3%. In 1981, Belize gained independence from the United Kingdom. In 1957, Perry Mason debuted. In 1937, The Hobbit was published. In 1792, monarchy was abolished in France. In 1780, General Benedict Arnold met with British Major John Andre to hand over West Point. The plot was foiled, and Arnold became synonymous with the word traitor. In September 22nd, 2002, rural protesters converged on London in support of fox hunting, which 2 years later was banned in England and Wales. I thought that was interesting that in 2002, as recent as 2002, British were fox hunting as a sport, like, you know. Anyway, September 22nd, 1994, Friends debuted on television. In 1888, the first issue of the National Geographic magazine was published. And in 1692, the last executions were held during the Salem witch trials. September 23rd, 1846, Neptune was first observed by astronomer Johann Galle. And in 1806, Lewis and Clark arrived in St. Louis, ending their expedition to the Pacific Northwest. In 1779, John Paul Jones uttered his famous line, "I have not yet begun to fight," in response to a call for surrender during the Revolutionary War. September 24th, in 1968, 60 Minutes debuted, which introduced us to news reporter Mike Wallace. In 1960, the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, the Enterprise, was launched. In 1957, federal troops were called to Little Rock, Arkansas, to maintain order and enforce the right of black students to attend the local public high school. In 1934, Babe Ruth played his last game for the Yankees. In 1906, Devil's Tower in Wyoming was named the first national monument in the U.S. In 1869, plummeting gold prices led to a panic known as Black Friday, when U.S. President U.S. Grant ordered $4 million of government gold be sold on the market. Now, normally, I wouldn't mention this because it's not something that I'm personally interested in, but I thought it was quite interesting that $4 million of government gold was sold on the market. I think that's where all the money went. In 1789, the Judiciary Act of 1789 was passed by Congress and signed by George Washington, establishing the Supreme Court. On September 25th, 1970, the Partridge Family debuted. And in 1789, the Bill of Rights was passed by Congress. And that has been your moment in history. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week in history. I hope you enjoyed all of my FFOs. I am enjoying them very much. Yeah, so next week is just going to be a chill week. Just about much of the same. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great week and happy stitching.